Here we are.
That was. And it was needed.
Yeah. No,
we
exactly.
were burnt out.
We are very burnt out. And so I want to say like a week, 2 weeks ago, we said, yeah, let's get our shit together. Let's get back to the grind.
Yeah.
Let's give the girlies what they want.
Yeah.
So to kind of explain where we're gonna go from here. Hi, y'all. My name is Denasia, and I'm a 22-year-old type A Black girl from Las Vegas who just moved to New York City last year to work for L'Oreal as a financial analyst.
Hey, y'all. My name is Faith, and I'm a 23-year-old type A Black girl from AZ living in Denver, working remotely for Cisco as a business analyst.
This season is finally here, and we can't wait to share more about our personal lives, working big girl jobs,
relationships, and life in general as type A Black girls. Hope you enjoy.
Hi, guys. We're back.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Sorry.
All right, how y'all been? How y'all doing? I know it's been a while, guys.
Yeah.
We can explain.
And we will.
We plan on it.
Yeah.
So this has been a crazy year for us.
Yeah.
Very, very hectic. And we kind of took a little hiatus, not even intentionally. And y'all know we're type A girlies, so usually when we take breaks, y'all know, like we are very much 10 episodes, that's a season, small break, 10 episodes, do it again. And we've been doing that for the past damn near 3 years.
Almost 3 years, yeah.
So this one just kind of happened unexpectedly. I think we were just both burnt out.
We both got sick. And then I couldn't talk for 2 weeks, and we'll get into that, but if I can't talk, we can't do the pod. So
here we are.
That was, and it was needed.
Yeah. No,
we were burnt out.
We are very burnt out. And so I want to say like a week, 2 weeks ago, we said, yeah, let's get our shit together. Let's get back to the grind. Let's give the girlies what they want. So to kind of explain where we're going to go from here, life has been lifing. As y'all know, this past season, all the seasons of this year, we were filming in the studio. For the girlies that listen on Spotify and Apple, y'all don't care about that because you're not even seeing us. But for the girlies that watch on YouTube, you've been seeing us on that couch for the whole year.
Yep.
We're deciding that for next year, we're going to go back to our old school style of filming as y'all are watching us right now, which is like via Zoom, essentially.
Yeah.
We're no longer going to do studio at the moment. We might do a few episodes next year. We don't know yet. We're just going to see what that looks like once we get to 2025. But for now, we have a whole season that we filmed back in the summer. So our posting schedule, just so y'all are aware, we're going to be basically doing posting regular catch-up episodes like this 3 times a month.
Yeah.
One of them will be a studio episode. One of them will be just a regular catch-up in real time like this. And then we'll also be doing a 4th week of Patreon episodes. So for our Patreon girlies, you guys will be getting our exclusive dating updates, things we don't want our bosses to hear, the stuff that we need to have a paywall for, you guys will be hearing about. But you'll just see a variety of basically video styles if you're watching on YouTube, because we're going to be showing our old videos that we already filmed over the summer, and then also just like us talking in live time like this. So
exactly. Yeah. And it'll be 2 current event, 1 in studio, 1 Patreon. So you're just going to be seeing a lot of our face, but in just different fonts, because we are understanding the girlies do want to just hear us on a week-to-week basis like it used to be. And we understand. We thought the studio was going to be good, and it was fun. It was fun for the time.
Yeah.
But we're realizing the girlies want to keep up with us, because if we just did the 8 episodes that we did record in New York, you guys would not hear from us until maybe March or April. So
girl, we were sitting here thinking, like, what are we even going to say in this episode? Because we haven't talked to y'all in real time like this all year. Yeah. There's a lot to catch y'all up on. And we haven't done RBT. Our OGs know RBT used to be the bread and butter of our episodes. We haven't done that. We haven't done Why Would You Say That? Because in the studio, we're filming back-to-back episodes for a full week. So y'all aren't getting real updates like this. So
yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah. So basically, this is the Type A Black Girl life update, obviously in the format of RBT. What we're going to try to stick to an hour and 15, but y'all know us.
We're yappers.
Yeah, so we can talk. And I know y'all missed us. I've had the girlies, even in my YouTube comments, hey, love you're the consistency, but where's the podcast? Oh
man, okay, like Ariana, what are you doing here? Not only just that, somebody submitted on the page, not on the Patreon, on the free suggestion bots, like like, hey, we miss you guys. Where are the current episodes? So I think that for the girlies that like to hear our lives, this
Yeah.
is great for y'all.
Yeah.
Same content, just different format.
Absolutely. And so, because we're about to go into our 10th season, we are going to have a 100th episode. And so, we do need the girlies to make sure you put a 100th episode in the description when you are sending it to the free suggestion box, asking us questions, asking for advice. Now, just know this advice is going to be way later, come next spring of 2025. So, if you need it now, just be like urgent in the description, and we'll understand we need to answer it, in January. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, please start sending like you guys did in the beginning to the free suggestion box, because we love answering the questions. We love hearing about y'all lives, because just like y'all nosy about our lives, we nosy about y'all's. So please go ahead and send that over. The description will be in the link, in the description box. And Mom, let's just get right into your first rose, or whatever you want to start with.
Oh, whew, hold on. We ain't done this in a minute.
Oh, we forgot question of the week. You so did.
Okay, question of the week. What was your favorite thing about us being on this unexpected hiatus/break?
Literally just not having to schedule.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like literally just having the freedom of all my weeknights. All of my weeknights, not having to be like, oh, I literally have to dedicate these 3-4 hours of recording, because the thing is, me and Asia got on the call at 6. It's 6:30. Mind you, we really didn't even do any catching up. We literally were just doing like
housekeeping
things. But usually we'll like catch up on things where we're like, I don't see it on Patreon. I have an update for you here or there. That's like an hour of catching up. Usually it used to be 3, 4. So, I mean, we've definitely improved. But then we start recording, and then we have to do housekeeping after. Like, it just felt good to just not.
Yeah. It felt good to have, after you get off of work, not working again. But it's also like, you do love it, but it's just like, it comes with its time-consuming traits, I guess we'll say.
Exactly. And it's like, oh, I have to make sure on that Wednesday night I cannot have any calls. I can't do anything because I have type A, which we've been doing this for 3 years. So we're not new to this, we're true to this, but it was good to just not.
And girl, we didn't even say we were going to do this. It just happened naturally, but I think it was needed. And that's my same thing. Like, for me, with like the editing and posting schedule, it always kind of felt like I had an assignment due. That's what it feels like. Yeah. If y'all are new, if y'all are not, well, obviously y'all are not podcast. Well, maybe you are. You're listening to us. But regardless, if you do post and have like content you're putting out, it's like, damn, I got to post this on Thursday and I got to get that done. It feels like you have like a test or an exam that you're preparing for. So for me, that anxiety, like test anxiety, is what I felt with posting. Yeah. I didn't have any test anxiety the whole hiatus, and it felt great. Now we're going to go back to that, but I feel like now that I haven't had it, it makes it a little bit easier to transition back into this like cadence that we're getting into. So
yeah, and Denasia has edited every single episode since we started. So Denasia now is starting to record how to do it, so I'm able to do it as well.
Yeah, so we can divvy it up. So it's less, we could just make the schedule to where we'll figure it out. But
yeah, and if like Denasia's too busy, I got it, vice versa. Like, it will just help us stay consistent.
Exactly. The goal here is consistency.
It's consistency. That's why we had to really brainstorm a new format, because we just have a lot of potential life changes happening next fall. Yeah. If those things do happen, we definitely would not be able to go in the studio in the first place. Yeah. And we're saving up for a lot right now, like that studio time.
I deadass was telling Faith, I said, I don't know how we were paying. Mind you, we're paying for all this out of pocket. Another goal, shoot, if y'all got anybody that you know that do sponsorships, hit us up. Our next goal is that when we do studio time, someone else is paying for it and not us out of our own pockets, because we spent bands.
Bands make her dance. Okay. We wasn't dancing.
We were not dancing. It was not fun.
And the thing is, like, New York is so expensive. Like, okay, there's the flight, but then it's also the food, and it's also the Ubers, and it's also just the time commitment. Like,
groceries. Girl, I paid $9 for cheese. Like, it's getting ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Imagine my shock doing a trial mac and cheese.
Oh, teenies. Yeah.
Well, I tried teenies. I tried teenies like over the summer, and I thought it was all right. But personally, the mac and cheese discourse, I don't like creamy mac and cheese. I
Oh, I
don't
don't
like.
even.
I think when it's cold, I should be able to cut it like a cake and it
Yes.
stays hard. I don't
Mhm.
like when I go into it and it feels soupy. Like that's just me. And I think we're in a soupy mac and cheese era, and I don't
We are.
believe.
I don't
Absolutely,
believe in that at all.
yeah, no.
Let me be
Teeny's
able to.
great,
Oh, I'm sure.
but I really didn't rock with it. I said I'm gonna stick to what I know. It
Yeah,
was great to experiment, but I just personally think that mac and cheese shouldn't be soupy.
I agree.
Shoot me.
Humans, Casey. But mom, let's get straight into Rosebud and Thorn. If you're new here, welcome. Rosebud and Thorn is Rose is something that's good that happened in your week. Bud is something that you're looking forward to, and Thorn is something bad that happened in our week. It now it's not the week; it's literally just the hiatus, and
Yeah,
we're basically starting of all the updates after the last Patreon episode. So if you want to know what's going on, go to the Patreon episode. If not, I guess we'll try to explain as best as possible.
yeah, yeah. We'll try to recap and make sure
Yeah,
you guys don't feel like what the hell is going on.
facts.
Okay, so I'll start off with one of my thorns.
Okay.
I've always told you guys that New York is a crazy place. I don't know how mentally I'm stable here. Not sure.
Nah.
Well, stable, well, debatable.
Yeah.
Regardless, it is so cold this winter. It's ridiculous. I understand when they say brick, I get it because I've been fighting for my life. But besides that, one day I was in the subway and I was doing some Black Friday shopping, and I got into one of the cars and I said, "What is that scent? What's going on here?" I was trying to figure out where it was. I thought it was maybe just me because no one was really reacting at first. And I said, maybe I'm tripping. Girl, as soon as those doors shut, it's like the smell hit me. Why did a man literally pull down his pants and shit in one of the seats?
Oh, it was the seats?
Girl,
I'm thinking it's the floor. I mean, it doesn't make it better, but
girl, shit smeared everywhere. I don't know if he took it and slung it and was just moving it to other places, but the entire car was like, I felt like I was being suffocated. And I'm looking around. I'm looking at a small family off to the left. I could tell they're tourists because they're like they're looking around, perplexed, eyes big, perplexed. I said, "Oh, this is bad." It was so bad. Someone had to go and crack open the emergency window. I didn't even know we had those. It was terrible. Like I was just like, I don't even know how I survive in here. But I couldn't pinpoint where the shit was exactly coming from, but I knew it was all around. I was surrounded. And I literally called my mom immediately after. I said, I gotta do something. This is not okay. I got off on the next stop, wasn't even my spot. I had to literally catch another train to get to where I need to go.
What did your mom say, please?
She said, "Oh no." Because if y'all don't know, my mom's a germaphobe, so she don't play that. She's like, that is such a health risk. I'm like, girl, no one was playing in it, but like the smell alone, I did feel a little like I was at risk. So needless to say, and there was no heat or AC in that one, so it was just lingering.
Oh.
It was so bad. And if you live in like a cold area, you know that like, or at least in, like if you're taking public transportation, you have your big ass coat on, right? It's supposed to be insulated so you feel warm inside. But once you get into a subway where they have the heat blasting, I'm now sweating. Then I get back outside and then I'm cold. So you're just constantly cold and sweating all the time, bro.
Yeah.
And then
Ugh.
with the smell of shit, it was just a lot going on back to back. And it was in that moment I said, yeah, I'm overstupid. I just went home. I can't even take it no more. So that was my thorn. That was the only time where I was just like, wow, like I can't believe I voluntarily chose to live here and pay $9 for cheese. But I do love it. It does have its perks, but Jesus.
But Jesus.
Like,
Okay, I'll start with one of my thorns. I was sick as a dog. Okay, so October 13th, I felt a scratch in my throat. Mind, this is maybe like a week after CultureCon, which didn't even cover CultureCon, but I did literally edit the whole CultureCon video. Usually, I'll edit stuff 6 months later, but I'm really trying to be on my consistency stuff, and we'll get into my rose in a sec. But when I tell you, I was so sick. I went to urgent care a week before Mexico, trying to get some antibiotics. Got some antibiotics, did a chest scan. Thank the Lord I hit my deductible before. Thank the Lord I hit my deductible. Because if I didn't, they're doing chest scans.
Yeah, that sounds expensive. That sounds like a
In
bill of the mail.
in 1 month, I got 3 chest scans. One in urgent care, two in the ER. The first time I went to the ER was right after Mexico because I thought the antibiotics was good. I drank more tea in Mexico than I did alcohol
And that's unfortunate.
because it was all inclusive. Okay, and they had these thing called pink pea shots. When I tell you the pink pea was pink peeing, it was so crazy. Like 13, like a round of 13 pink pea shots. What the frick? It was crazy. But had more tea than I had alcohol. Literally was coughing so bad to where I could not breathe. It felt like there was just pressure on my like throat and I just couldn't breathe for several seconds to the point where Dammy was waking up every hour to make sure I was still breathing. That's how bad the cough was. And we had to retire multiple nights during Mexico because like early because I was so sick. The vacation I had versus the vacation the other 26 people had on that big, too different.
Night and day.
Night and day. When I tell you, they were like, yeah, we met swingers. We was in these white people's house rooms. What?
Y'all was with the swingers?
Bro, it was, when I tell you, there was literally a full table the last night. Everybody on their cup had a pineapple. They talking about something. So you're going to her room?
Oh.
Oh, it was damn, because Dammy had better ears than me. He's like, do you hear them? I'm like, no. He's like, they're swingers. I was like, how do you know? I started seeing pineapples. I was like, oh.
Upside down pineapple is the swinger sign, right?
Swinger sign. Yep. Yep. If you don't know, especially if you're going to any all adult anything, make sure you know what an upside down pineapple means. Okay. If you don't know nothing else. But yeah, I was so sick. It was so bad to where I had to go to the ER as soon as I got off the Mexico flight. And they were like, yeah, just going around. I can't breathe. I don't know what it is, but I can't breathe. Basically, like it's super dry in Colorado, so like they see this often to where people are coughing to where they just can't breathe. Okay, cool. So I guess they gave me some medicine, didn't work again. And basically like because it's so dry, everybody turned on their heat, there's not enough circulation. That's what they told me. Cool. Yeah. Still sick. And the last time I went, I was so pissed off. We literally spent the entire Saturday afternoon there. They came back talking about some. We could give you some Advil and some top.
Maybe I could take that at the hotel room.
When I tell you, I just started sobbing because I was just so pissed off because I cannot breathe. Every time I laugh, I can't even laugh properly. Like
that alone should be a crime.
There was a point where I couldn't talk, which. That was sent from God. Those 2 weeks where I couldn't talk was sent from God because it was around the time when my frontal lobe was getting developed and something clicked in my brain. And I have just stopped giving Dammy attitude. It only took 5 years, but when I tell you this frontal lobe fret between me not talking for 2 weeks because I really had to think before I could talk because I didn't know when the next time I was going to cough. Mm-hmm. When I tell you it was so peaceful in this house. And then had been peaceful ever since. Like, between the frontal lobe, me not being able to talk, and me having to actually think before I speak, which I have never done, I was like, wow, this is amazing.
You said, I can get used to this.
I get used to it. I was like, wow, I was the bad one. You know when there's like there's always that friend that's talking about her boyfriend, da-da-da-da.
Damn.
You guys, I was the boyfriend. Really crazy thing to understand after you're sick. But between that frontal lobe and just the fact that I had to think before I spoke, the marriage has just been, it was so good we had to cancel therapy.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So ladies, unfortunately, sometimes you need to shut your mouth. Unfortunately. That is the key sometimes.
I don't know if that's a lesson I'm ready to learn. It's going to have to hit me. It's going to have to hit me like it hit you. It's because I fear I don't know if I could do it voluntarily. But we'll see. Never say never.
We'll see. But I'm like, wow, everybody needs a frontal lobe. So yeah, I think I hit a few of mine in that spiel. But Mom, what else is going on over there?
Woo. Oh, if you guys are watching, I got a silk press. You guys know I do my silk press once a year. Yeah, that was also hell. I've been talking about New York hairstylists
You have.
since I came here.
Mm-hmm.
So I booked with this lady because I did my research on TikTok, and I saw that for one, she seemed like she really cared about the health of your hair. She's not gonna fry it off or put perm in the shampoo bowl. I was like, okay, like I can get behind that. So I go to her, and she's one of those stylists that don't tell you the location until you book. And I DM'd her actually ahead of time before I booked. I said, hey, I probably live far. Like, I just need to know where you're at that I can plan accordingly. She said, oh, I don't really share it until you give me the deposit. I said, okay, here are the $20, girl. Cash App or Zelle. Here's the $20. Where's the location? And I'm thinking maybe it's her home. That's why she doesn't want to share it. No, she was in a shop. You could have told me where the shop was at. Regardless. So I'm like, okay, she's in the Bronx, mind you. An hour and 20 minutes away from me. That would have been good to know, don't you think? Ahead of time?
Yeah.
So I say, all right, I plan to go after work. So I get off work. My manager, it's like month end close that day. So she's still giving me requests. She's like, when you log off, I'm like, girl, I'm logged off. So now I'm like, I gotta bring my laptop to the hair appointment. So I'm getting pings on the train as I'm going to the Bronx. I get lost as hell because the train I got on, I didn't realize it was running local. Regardless, I ended up on Hoe Avenue. I didn't even know we had a Hoe Avenue. I literally was texting my friend, like, girl, I'm lost as hell in the Bronx. I'm on Hoe Ave. She said, that's not where you should be. I said, exactly.
Nah.
So I had to get off Hoe Ave, get back on the train. Eventually I made it there. I left early because I was like, I don't want to be dealing with these Instagram bio warriors that charge you by every minute you're late.
That part.
So I get there and I realize I'm in like a more residential part of the Bronx, but it's not like, I don't know how to describe it, but it was like a lot of different warehouses where I was at.
Mm-hmm.
I started walking through the residential area and then it became like a warehouse yard. So I'm seeing a lot of different empty warehouses and a lot of vans. And I'm like, this feels like I'm not where people should be. And you know, the sun set at 4 p.m. these days. So it's 6, but it's pitch black. So I was like, ooh, I'm feeling unsafe. So I call my mom and I'm like, you just stay on the phone with me while I walk to her place. She's like, yeah. I'm like, I don't know where I'm at, but I see where I'm supposed to be, the location of her shop. And Siri's like, arrived. I'm like, girl, no, the hell I'm not. Because this is a blank red warehouse. And there's no doors. It's just garage doors. And I'm like, where's the door? So I'm walking around the whole building trying to figure out the door. There's some car parked across the street, just sitting there with the lights on. There's some man in the driver's seat looking at me. I'm looking at him. And I'm like, oh, damn. I'm like, I don't got nothing on me. So I hang up with my mom. I call her. She declines the call. I call again. Declines the call. I said, girl, you about to pick up this phone call. I called the third time. She says, hello? I said, hi. I have an appointment at this time. Like, I'm just trying to find the door. And she was like, are you on the right street? I said, it says I'm right here. Yeah. She's like, oh, well, girl, no one really has this problem. Where are you at? I said, I'm literally right in front of the red warehouse where it says you are located. And she's like, well, the door is gray. I said, it's 30 degrees outside. It's pitch black and I don't see a gray door. She said, well, I think you maybe just need to do another lap around the building and let me know when you find it. No one really has this issue. So the rage I feel, I'm not even an angry person.
You're not.
I wanted to reach to the phone and beat her ass. I was so pissed. My hand was shaking because I was getting hypothermia in the hand. And I was just like, bro, I'm about to crash out. So eventually I find it. It wasn't even on the red warehouse side. It was on the other side. So I ended up having to walk down that way. I find it. You have to be buzzed up. I buzz up. She don't let me up the first time. Then she lets me up the second time. I walk in there with the fattest attitude. I just look at her. I said, hi. She said, hey, have a seat right there. I said, okay. There's a girl sitting next to me. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe she's just waiting for her friend in the chair to be done. Her friend in the chair is like getting pressed out. She's getting her trim, whatever. So she gets up. The girl next to me gets up. I'm like, okay, they must be together. No. The girl next to me had a beanie on. Rips her beanie off. She got 4 plaits in her head. I said, bro.
Oh, no.
Nah. So the stylist is like, have a seat right here. I'm like, you have a whole ass client. You have 2 whole ass clients before me, and you didn't even start on her. She's not even detangled. what is going on? I was so irritated. So I had to wait 45 minutes for her to be done with her.
That's
Then I
kind of
needed
quick
to go.
though.
No, she was breezing through for sure. But I
Okay.
was just like, girl, this is
The
unserious. So
principal.
it's the principal, bro. So long story short, I was just like, okay, here we are. And yeah, she still pressed me out. That was that. But I just thought that was just a lot to go through in the beginning. It was just a lot getting there from Ho Ave to her being weird on the phone and being like, no one has this issue. But girl, consider me the first. Tell me where to go.
That part. I don't understand the customer service girlies, especially in New York.
I think it's a plague, and I think they get away with it because they know we'll still book.
Are you gonna book her again?
No,
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go to another warehouse for another lady because I don't want to give her my business again. But
No.
man, I was fighting for my life. But needless to say, I got my silk press,
It's
so
done. It's
it's
done and good.
it's done. I'm
Yeah.
not going back up there for a touch up either. It's just going to be this.
That's it. And I mean, you wrap your hair really well. So, and
Yeah,
not everybody has that power.
I try to rap every night. I really do.
Well, the thing is, I was rapping every night. I said, okay, my silk press will have to be curly because I can't. I'm putting perm rods in this junk. I'm not doing that.
No, when I tell you the first night, the first night you get it done, you're trying to be all careful in the shower so you don't get no steam in it. Girl, I had a t-shirt on my head, two wraps, shower cap. I'm like trying not to like turn it all the way up to hot so the steam don't get in it. I'm like really playing with my cards because I'm like I cannot afford for it to frizz up the first night.
Like you genuinely can't.
Yeah, and I'm
After all
like,
that,
man,
mm-mm.
now I got to choose between hair or working out. Like
Ah,
struggles of being a black girl.
not gonna hold you, y'all. When I tell you, I have about 10 braids in my hair right now. You part wigs. When I tell you they've been the best investment of my life, I kept on saying of my year 2024. No, no, of my life.
Yep.
Literally, clip. I got a whole bunch of scarves from Sheen. When I tell you I'm about to be scarved down, I'm
Man,
also going to be one of those girlies. I'm about to be tying it around like that. So when y'all see it, just know it was on my Pinterest board.
the
Like, oh
Prince girlies, we.
no, bro. When I tell you this U part, mind you, I have not recurled it in months. Mind you, like just some got to be and some wand girls. That's it.
That's all
I
you
love
need.
this girl so much. Oh my gosh. And I never thought I'd be able to install a U part and braid it down. Y'all, I did it. For a culture con, I did it.
Yeah,
That's
I remember you threw that on quick.
what
She threw it on like a hat. I said, "Oh, that was quick."
I
You
did
got
be
that
throwing
done.
I did be throwing it on like a hat, but I just love it so much. It'd be hanging in my closet. But yeah, y'all. But okay, so if you've been with us for a minute, I think we talked about our financial goals last year. And I don't think we're gonna do it this year, but one of my goals was to hit a 700 credit score. So I was able to do that a few months ago. And I was like, period, period, period. I've always wanted to travel credit card. Like, I think Denasia got the Venture one. And I was like, oh my gosh, I want the Venture one so bad. Da, 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 da. I was like, okay, well, now that I have a 700 credit score, like, I feel like that's a one to one. I should be able to. Got rejected. I said, okay, well,
From really?
okay. Yes, girl. And the only one I have is the lowest one. Now that did increase, mind you, since we graduated, the only credit card that I've had is a $300 Capital One credit card
Mm.
because my credit score tanked so badly because I just wasn't paying stuff on time. I didn't have the money, y'all. Why did I apply? Because Citi was sending like a American Airlines. You're pre-approved. I'm like, I don't trust those odds though because it's not confirmed.
Right.
So yesterday, me and Dammy are doing some research. We're doing it on his phone. He's like, "Oh, like I'm gonna add you as authorized user on my card because he has more cards than me." And I was like, "Okay, well, if I'm able to get a card, I'll add you as the authorized user." Girl, why did we apply with him as the authorized user? I don't know. I don't know what pushed to shove. Why did I get approved for the highest American Airlines card? Mom,
That's dangerous.
Mom. Oh no, you just wait, okay? So I'm like, oh my god, like literally I'm jumping for joy, like I'm recording, I'm so lit. I'm so lit because I'm like, I've been wanting this for basically 2 years. I've
Yeah.
wanted a travel card because y'all know I be on them planes, okay? And I've just been putting it on debit and I've been so pissed off. A little sometimes credit depending.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't even like looking at the limit because something in my brain gonna say, "Hit it."
I don't got that in my brain. I don't got
Like
that.
the impulsive in the back of my head. I know I won't, but it's like that little voice.
Just a little. Honestly, my little brother, he has the highest credit score out of all the siblings, and he's like, y'all, I just want to spend my limit on my credit card, and I'm like,
Dad,
you keep that 750, sir. Keep that 750. Yeah.
please.
But the whole point for a travel credit card is I want to go to Australia, but I want to pay as little out of pocket as possible.
Yep.
And that's how it's going to be. So, yeah, girl, when I tell you I've been really on my financial goals, and that was one of my 2025 goals. Like I hit that
Period. Early achievement.
early achievement period. I was like, this is what I'm talking about. So, y'all, I'm on the top. I literally was looking at I don't even have a card yet. I was really just looking at the app like, hey, girl. Because I was just so happy. Are you kidding? I've been working at this.
The fact that it went from we're not even going to take the card, so you get 20 bands.
Yeah. No, and the thing is, it wasn't the venture. It was the
Oh,
City
City band.
American Airlines one, and I can go in the lounge now.
Oh, you about to be American Airline?
Damn. Hold on. Are you kidding? Oh yeah, I'm lit. I'm lit. So once y'all see me in a lounge, just know I used to pray for times like this. Okay.
Okay, Meek Mill. I really wish that Southwest flew out of my airport because I love Southwest. As an overpacker,
Yeah.
Southwest is that girl.
That girl.
All I got nearby is United. I'm not a United stan. If Southwest is in my airport, I would be going ham. I'm not going.
Oh yeah. Probably just even have a credit card too. Just
no, literally.
Southwest.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, on the cloud 9 right now.
Hey, 10. Cloud 20,000.
That part.
Okay, let me go to a brief dating update. Now, we did say that we're gonna have most of these on Patreon, and it's really just the ones where I'm afraid they might listen. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
If I feel like they're gonna listen, I'd give it time to die down, and then I'd dive back into that. So, if you guys listen to failed situationships,
okay,
is that what we titled it?
Failed talking stages.
Failed talking stages. Yes. Yeah. Episode 1. I think. Yeah. Blast in the past, baby. Mr. 2 Years. Remember him?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, Mr. 2 Years, I have not spoken to this man in 5 years.
Yeah.
Still, no, I'm not going to say this has been a rekindling, but this is a new revelation that has come to my attention.
Okay.
So, he went to a different school than me. If you guys are new here, Mr. 2 Years, we kind of had an on and off thing for 2 years. That was kind of my first little lovey-dovey, oh my God, feel some type of way back in high school, going into college. We really started talking summer going into college. We went to different colleges, and y'all know how that go. If you go to different colleges, it's kind of slow.
Yeah.
We stopped talking around COVID, I want to say, when it first started. So I didn't realize that I had matched with someone that he knows on Hinge.
Okay.
But I realized when we followed each other on Instagram, and I said, oh, that's a mutual I wasn't expecting. Yeah. So I've been in contact with him. We just slide up each other's stories every now and again, but I really didn't think anything that deep of it. I saw that he was starting a pod. And I said, oh, that's what's up. He's filming on the same couch that we film on.
Oh.
This is the friend. This is not Mr. 2 Years. This is the friend.
Okay.
No, yeah, not Mr. 2 Years. The friend is starting a pod. And I slid up. I was like, hey, congratulations. I film on that same couch. That's good to know. Congratulations. I'll probably see you in the studio sometime. Fact. Maybe not, because we do this virtual thing now. But I just thought I'd throw it out there, right?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, yeah, that's what's up. We definitely got to, collab, do something soon. I'm like, yeah, sure. I go to said podcast page, and he had just announced that he was starting that podcast. So it was brand new, not even one post yet. I see that they have 8 followers. Why is Mr. 2 Years one of them? I said, oh, they close. So I go to Mr. 2 Years page. I really haven't been on in a while. And you feel like the shackles are free when you stop stalking that page.
Yes.
When you stop stalking that page, Harriet Tubman, I'm to freedom. Because I don't even feel the need to go on the page anymore. I don't even need to go on my burner account and look. I don't got to do nothing. I'm great. So I'm like, okay, the shackles are free. I haven't looked at his page in a long time. So I'm like, okay, nothing really new. I go to the tagged, and I see that he was at the same exact event I was at a month ago. And I'm like, oh my God, What? And I'm like, how many events have we been to that I didn't know about? Like, what are you doing up here? Ariana, what are you doing here? Because to be without revealing where he lived in a state very far from me for the past since
Ah,
college.
okay.
So I was like, that's weird that he's up in the same state as me. Like, what's going on? After further research, I have come to learn that that man now lives in the same city as me and just moved like a month and a half ago.
Hmm.
And we now have hella mutual followers. We follow the same party and event pages now. And I didn't told his close friend we should collab. It's looking slow for that one so far. You might not ever see a collab between them two podcasts. Maybe you will, but y'all wouldn't know regardless because I'm trying to keep the identity secret. But yeah, needless to say, I feel like and you know what? In the back of my head, I was like, I feel like if I ever did run into him, I think I wouldn't be surprised. Like I feel like I felt it coming.
Yeah.
But now that he's in the same city as me, I'm like, bro, the scene is already very small here, especially for young Black professionals. So I'm just now I'm just waiting to see what
The
might happen.
countdown.
Insane.
Oh wow.
Talk
That
about a
is
visible string. When I realized we were in the same event at the same time, and I was like, I can only imagine because that was just in the past month and a half you being here.
goodness. And it is small. That Black community is very
Very small,
small.
and we're the same age. So like, he's trying
You're
to go
gonna
to do the same things I'm trying to do. You know,
you're gonna see him. It'll be
gonna
on Patreon.
it
It'll be
will
on
be
Patreon.
it will be on Patreon. But yeah, I just thought that was so insane. So
Goodness gracious.
yeah.
Okay, you guys, I've been shopping a little bit more. Okay, so during my birthday month, also if you don't know, I don't be spending. I really don't. But during my birthday month, I was like, Kamala lost
We
my
could
birthday.
have a whole episode on the aftermath of that.
That yeah, I was using the excuse of Kamala lost and it's my birthday to spend all of November.
Bro.
So I was like, Black women can do anything. They always could do whatever they want, but they really could do anything they want now. You see what I'm saying? So I was just spending and spending and spending. And I have not calculated how much I've spent, but I did have to halt contributing as much to the house fund because I need to pay that credit card off. So
That bill.
that bill, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get a tax refund. I'm gonna get a bonus in March. I can pad it there, but like it's November and December. Let's just be. I'm not contributing $1,500 every month. Like
Yeah.
that's just not happening. So I am rebranding. I have given away a lot of clothes. Hope is getting basically a whole new full wardrobe. I'm talking about some. Can you give me some more shirts? I have too many of your pants. Okay, well, you're getting more pants. Like you're not about to request. I literally my pant hangers all filled. My shirt real sparse up there. Real sparse.
Yeah.
So it's giving like I want to give like Clark. I want to give a little bit of Alexis. There's also a girly, Alexis Barber. There's also a girly. Her name is Eloise Dufka.
Oh, I love her.
That's where I got the tie underneath the neck. I
Yeah.
love her down. She also has a YouTube, love her down. So that's kind of the vibe. A lot of I've been loving not skirts.
Like
They
the
like
pants.
go right under the knee. Their pants. They go capris. I've been loving
Oh,
capris. Got some really cute capris on Sheen. Like when I tell you Sheen and Quad Pay go together real bad. Okay. Because I'm like, if I actually start liking this stuff, I'll buy investment pieces, but I don't want to buy investment pieces if I know I don't like it. If I'm not sure if I like it.
and
So
figure out if it fits you, if it looks like the style you're going for, all that.
exactly. So doing that, I'm so excited, and I'm just like, we have this thing called Cisco dollars. They're called connected recognition, and if you do something good, if somebody want to recognize you, they send you Cisco dollars.
Mm.
Girl, I had so much for the past 2 years. I bought Dammy a nice coffee machine, and I
Hey,
bought myself a Dyson Airwrap.
period.
I've been wanting one. I've been wanting a Dyson. I really have, but I'm like, I cannot spend my hard-earned money on a Dyson. I just cannot.
Is that the one where like you can put your hair in it and it blow dries it out for you?
No. That's like the Rev. That's a whole nother thing.
Red Wear? Okay, because I
That
was
Rev Air.
that one, and that one I'm like, I need that.
Yeah. I mean, it does have a certain price point that I'm like, but
Yeah.
it'll be worth it because you see what I'm saying? But yeah, but the attachments, like I was like, you know what, let's do it. So I'm having a grand time. I did have to pause. I had to say, like, okay, well, we gotta kind of lock in because we still have a house to save up for. We do. That was cute to not budget for November, but y'all know me and Google Sheets go together real bad.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I am holding off because I do have to start saving up for these Australia tickets and.
Oh, I know. I'm already knowing. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm doing a literal full rebrand because I'm 25. I got this new frontal lobe, and I'm literally just giving away. I've stopped developing that much of an attachment to my clothes, and
Mm.
that's huge because I'm like, well, remember that one time? Okay, well, you got a picture.
Girl, if you didn't wear it and it's just been sitting up there for the past however many months, that's my philosophy. I'm like, if I didn't wear it or it's still got the tag on it and I'm just saving it for whenever I think that occasion might come. I mean, the only time that did work out is when we had to go to that 80s party and I just happened to have 80s.
Yeah,
So
well, and Culture Con, culture. Honestly, like that. Those events were the ones that you used. The Denasia was having some fashion malfunction.
Yeah, it was bad. Like minutes before we left, I'm like switching my mind. I'm like, no, this don't even look right. It's not even gonna picture well. I was having a fashion crisis.
Mind you, if you guys have just listened, you know Denaja's a fashionista. And if you're new, just think Carrie, the way her closet look like, think thicker. That's how Denaja's closet looks.
I
Literally.
think Carrie might have me beat. She said, "Men, I don't know, but shoes, I know."
I think on the designer tip, just because she literally was in her 30s, so obviously she's making more money. Like, I don't know how much that girl was making.
I don't think she was doing. I don't think she was making enough because why was she spending the last like $400 of her paycheck on designer? Like I think she
Oh,
was
she was, I
like
could see she was in credit card debt for sure.
for
But
sure.
the sheer amount of clothes and accessories and hats and purses,
Yeah,
yeah, neck and neck with Carrie.
yeah. It is a great hobby. I'm not gonna lie. It's an expensive hobby, but I love it. And honestly, when I turned 24, I said I'd already been thinking about it. When Faith was here, I was like, I kind of feel like I just want to scratch everything and start over and sell most of it on Depop and just go about my day. When I turned 24, I was like, yeah, I kind of feel like I want to do that. But
So you
it's
guys,
honestly, it's just because I just have too much shit, and I kind of feel
yeah.
like I always knew I was a maximalist, but I feel like I'm very much a maximalist, and I need to like slim down some stuff because it don't even make no sense.
Y'all make sure y'all follow Denasia on Depop because when I tell you,
I will link my Depop. Y'all go shop. Half the shit gonna have tags on it still, or I wore it once and I just have an emotional attachment to it, and I need to get rid of it. So
Merry
please,
Christmas, y'all.
yeah.
Yeah, but it'll be in the description below for sure. What is it? Y'all, Notion has changed my life. I've been organizing my life with Notion. It's basically like, frick, how do you even explain Notion? It's like kind of like an organizer, but for every aspect of your life. Like if you want to
Oh,
organize your class notes, that's something. If you want to organize your groceries, if you want to organize your day by hour,
mm,
there's so many freaking templates. Girl, every time when I wake up, I'll go on Notion and plan out my day hour by hour. Now, will it go like that? Who knows? But at least I have it written down. It'll be like top 3 goals of the day, top 3 tasks. Like I love Notion down. And that was just a little bit tidbit. Like the type of girlies, I promise you, it's not too confusing. You have to figure out what works for you. But also on the things that have changed my life, I'm finally in the 6-figure club. Thank the Lord. We finally
hey,
we finally hit it. I was a little bit sad because I was like, oh, like I'm gonna be 25. I didn't hit my 6-figure goal, but whatever happens, happens. But literally, if your role is not giving you money, you gotta switch it up. Because I loved my last role so much. I love the people, but they were overworking me. When my manager said you're not getting a raise for 2 years, I knew I had to leave
mm,
because I was being overworked.
yep.
But in this new role, I got a raise when I came, and then I also got a raise a few months later for the rewards, cycle. And I was like, wait, that plus all the bonuses, we got it. Girl, yeah.
Yay!
We did it. Cause I was like, dang, all my friends are in the 6-figure club. It'll come when it comes. Like that's yeah, it'll
Be a
come when
young successful black woman.
that's what it is. And I'm like, bro, we're breaking curses, generational curses. General is crazy. Big Sister General is crazy.
Those two.
Those two. So we're breaking generational curses like day by day. Like it's nuts.
Because my mom was telling me the other day, she was like, you do realize like most people don't even get a chance to do half the things you're blessed to do, or even travel. Like traveling is a luxury.
I I'm realizing that.
Traveling is
I'm
luxury.
realizing that.
Yeah, like there's certain things that people just don't have a chance to experience, not because they don't want to, because they just literally cannot, and life
Yeah.
gets in the way. So I was just feeling very, very blessed, very, very grateful. I got promoted September
Yay!
period. I felt very proud of myself. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like I feel the frontal lobe developing. I'm not gonna hold you. She's
Mm-hmm.
coming together
I
nicely.
mean, yep.
She's coming together. So 25 is probably gonna be like, wow, damn, I really feel grown as hell. Because
20.
24 is already feeling like that's a grown number.
That's
23,
very. It's very grown. No, 25 is child. It's like,
bro.
it's insane how different I feel.
But also, I think the main thing I felt since I turned 24 was like this newfound sense of free will. Like I was kind of just like,
Mm.
I'm 24. Like what the hell? Like I can do whatever I like. Who's gonna beat my ass? Who's gonna get mad at
Oh,
me?
that's the biggest one for me.
Bro, I'm like, girl, why are you like stressing about the small things? Like I remember this is so like just dumb. Like our team was going to a different office and we were supposed to get on the bus to commute over there. Like they're gonna take a bus to get us to the other office.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember being like so stressed. I was like, oh my God, like everyone's probably gonna be on the bus early because I know they're very punctual, and I'm gonna be just getting to the bus right at the time the bus leaves. And I was just overthinking it. And I was like, girl, no one's gonna fight you because you got to the bus 3 minutes after they got to the bus. You the last on the bus, okay.
You got on the bus?
You on the bus. Did you miss the bus? No, you didn't miss the bus. Who's gonna beat your ass because you did that?
You have to talk yourself through all this junk.
And I was like, getting over the notion of like going to work with older people doesn't mean that they are, yes, they're your superiors, but doesn't mean that you think of them as like a parental figure. Like you're gonna get in trouble with them if you do something that they don't like.
Yeah.
Who cares if they don't like what you do? As long as you're doing your job and you're not getting fired, and you of course respect the people above you that you report into, yes, but like you're not going to get in trouble because you went and took your lunch somewhere else, or you went and did this, or you took an appointment over lunch. Like no one cares. You're a grown ass woman.
Girl, I had to get so comfortable. Well, I've gotten so comfortable with not having to feel the quietness because I have a very small team. I have 4 people. And sometimes my manager will ask a question. Usually I'll be like, well, I can't have this quietness. I have to answer a question. I'll be sitting there like, if I don't got no answer, I am not coming off mute.
Okay. And it's very hard to master. Like, I'm not going to lie. It's very hard to master. But I had to realize, like, I didn't see myself as a 24-year-old grown woman, but the world sees me as a grown woman. When they meet me, they don't think of me
as a kid.
as 18, 19. Like, they see me as a grown woman. So I need to operate as such.
Exactly.
Which I already was, but it was just like a mentality switch where I was like, girl, no one cares, and you're not going to get in trouble for nothing.
You're not going to get in trouble.
No one's going to fight you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a big revelation I accomplished on September 23rd. Okay.
Okay.
I'm looking at my list of what else I have here because now we're at 48 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, I got promotion. Period. I'm working on my Christmas bucket list. I already accomplished some of it. On Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving was so fun. I was feeling a little down because I didn't go home, and I haven't been home for Thanksgiving since I moved out here. But yeah, which I was like, damn. I haven't had homemade mac and cheese from my mom since we can have a whole discourse on mac and cheese another time because I hadn't already got into it, and I feel very fiery about that topic. But essentially, I spent Thanksgiving with my friend Tamia and her family, and it was so fun. Like, I had the best time with them. Love them folks down. Great family. It reminded me a lot of my family, so I really didn't feel like I was like not at home. And on Thanksgiving Day, we went and saw the Macy's Day Parade. Like, it was so cute. Like literally the night before, me and Tamia talked about like, okay, we're gonna go to the Macy's Day Parade, but that shit starts at like 8 sharp, and we was like, do we want to wake up and go all the way into the city and do that? And it was pouring rain the whole day.
Oh wow!
So we said, okay, let's call at 7 a.m. and see how we feel. 7 a.m. came. I had an alarm set at 6:50. I woke up. We was texting each other. I said, how's it looking? She was like, I don't know. It might be slow. I said, okay, let's snap for an hour 15 and then check back in. 8:15 rolled around. I said, you know what? We are young.
We are.
Let's go to the Macy's Day Parade. And she said, bet. We threw on whatever we had in our closets, scarved it up, put on some rain boots, called Lizzie. We said, Lizzie, get up. She said, I'm not doing that. I said, get up. We're coming to your house right now. Get up. You're coming to the Macy's Day Parade.
Ah, okay.
So we went in Scoop Lizzie, went to the city, and it was pouring rain, but we had the best time. We were
Love.
literally just dancing in the rain, looking at the balloons. It was so cute. And then we
Perfect.
went ice skating that weekend too at the Rockefeller Center and just did all the like touristy stuff that I honestly haven't done the past 2 years I've been here. So
Oh wow, period.
I know. I was like, I've been here for so long and I really haven't knocked out half the shit I want to do. So
Might as
Christmas in New York bucket list is in full effect.
well. Period.
Um and yeah, I think that's everything.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that was quick.
Oh,
From
I've been a reading worm lately.
yeah, I was like, is there a worm? Okay, I see you've been a reading worm.
She's looking at the bullet points we have in here, and the way we both describe what we got going on in our lives is very
Yeah. Very broad, to say the very least. Very broad. Hold on, what you been reading?
oh girl, the fourth wing.
Okay. How's
Very
that?
good. Very good. It's if you love dragons, girl, tap in. It's
Okay.
about I hate saying stuff like that. Like my boss asked what I was reading because he saw my book on the desk and I said it's a
I'm
love
just a
story.
girl. Like it's just different.
I'm like, it's a love story about dragon riders. He said, right on. I said, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the fourth wing. As y'all know, Akatar was my series this year, so I kind of just really went back into like the fantasy romance realm. So that's on my fourth wing. I'm reading. I got La Roche's book that we heard about in CultureCon, so that's on
Okay.
my read. I gotta finish Magnolia Parks. That's the book for our book club.
I'm not. I'm not doing it. I'm not wasting because I realized this year I'm an audiobook girly. I'm audiobook girly so bad I got an Audible subscription. Okay, like Spotify gives you 15 free hours, and so I have two books going at the same time. I'm really deep in rom coms. I'm not sure which trip to New York I came, but whenever that was, Denasia was literally like screaming every 3 seconds about "Tell Me Lies," and I was like, okay, well let me watch the show.
Oh, so good,
Nuts.
so
Honestly,
good,
my favorite genre of anything is white people being insane.
and that's peak.
Peak. You every episode you're like, huh?
Girl, when I tell you, I want to have a watch party for season 3. That's how much I love that show.
So type A black girlies, tap in the group me. I need to download re-download that thing. But we will do a season 3 watch party, but y'all have to catch up. Tell Me Lies.
On Hulu.
I promise you, you will not regret it. But you do need to set aside some time because you're going to want to binge it.
And I think the season 1 does start off a little slow, so just trust me
Just
on this one. It gets good.
because I started, I think maybe a year ago, and I was like, okay, well, literally 15 minutes in, why is it so slow? No, trust us.
It's
Just believe
good.
it. It's so
good.
crazy. It's so good. It's so good.
Oh, you're gonna love it. If you do watch it, I mean, season 3 probably won't drop till like 2 years from now. So
Yeah.
just mark it in your calendar for 2027 or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we love that show.
But what I was saying is I ended up reading the book. When I tell you the book is the show is the lightest adaptation of that book. Lightest. Like there's not even that Venn diagram, there's not much in the middle. There's even characters taken out, there's characters put in, plot twists that never happened in the book. Yeah, they kind of just took a few characters and was like, yeah, we got a toxic love hate relationship. Yeah, we'll take that. That's actually it though.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, damn.
Yeah. So yeah, the show's way better. And somebody told me this when I was on vacation, and I was like, no, let me read the book. No, I should have trusted her.
They were right.
That was a waste of Audible credits. Yeah. But let me see what else.
Let's try to get through these questions real quick.
Yes. Let's get to them.
Y'all, we haven't done free suggestion box questions in a while, so please, I mean, if you guys have any dilemmas, questions, advice, comments, please drop them in the link that's in this description of the episode. If you're watching on YouTube, it's in the description, Spotify and Apple. Someone says, genuine advice on starting a podcast of my own, what to expect.
Girl, just start. If you want any specific like apps and stuff we use, just DM us on what specific ones you'd like to request. But just start, but don't buy none of the expensive stuff until you know that you're going to be consistent and have proven it.
Right. And we film on Riverside, so start there if you need to. I recommend it. It works pretty well, and you can edit easy. You can edit within the app too, which is helpful.
Yeah.
But yeah, the hardest part is just starting, girl. Like literally create a Instagram page to promote it and just start.
And Canva it down, figure out what your theme colors are, and that's pretty
Yeah.
much it.
Create a logo and get started and just
Yeah,
start yapping into the mic. You'll get the hang of it as it comes. We didn't know what to do. Like we just literally started yapping on camera. So
that part.
someone
Yeah.
else says just got out of a relationship. We were together for 6 months, but I realized I just want to be single and do my own thing. I don't want any commitment more than FWB.
Friends with benefits.
Oh, girl, auntie old. Okay, I didn't know what that meant. What's y'all advice when it comes to friends and benefits? Oh, as someone that's been in a situation with friends with benefits, it only works if you have the mental stability to keep a player and not assume that it is more than what it is. If you guys are mutually understanding that you guys are both friends with benefits and it's not a relationship and you don't expect that out of him or her or whoever you're dating, it can work, but I don't think that it's like feasible long term. I think friends with benefits, someone always ends up catching feelings, and it's just very hard to like separate those. But I also understand wanting to be young and single, do your own thing. Like you don't have to have a committed relationship right now. You can
Yeah,
have somebody that you just call up.
that's it. And
Yeah,
that's all you need. Because
just set the boundary.
relationships take a lot of work.
Yeah. Yeah,
Even
and I
when
get that. Like my last relationship, I was like, you know what? I don't need this right now. I'm perfectly fine with being single and doing my own thing right now. The friends of benefits thing, I think it kind of happens unexpectedly. So I would just say make sure y'all are both aware that this is not headed to a relationship and y'all are just mutually understanding what is okay and what is not okay.
And I would also say, especially if like you are very sexually active and oh boy or oh girl just is not there, get a vibrator. Get a vibrator. I promise you that might also clear up. Do you really want to hit them up?
Girl, and get tested also if you're gonna do that.
That too. Yeah.
That is probably the biggest thing. Like if you guys are both having doing whatever, just make sure it's understood. That's the biggest thing. And
Yeah.
make sure you choose somebody that even though you are friends of benefits, they still respect you. Like it's not like he's just using you for sets and there's no friend. You're just a straight benefit, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that friend part. Make sure the friend part is
Yeah,
established.
make sure y'all are that's an essential part because to him
Yeah.
it might just be a benefit and you're somebody he's calling up. So just make sure that, if that is what you want, sure, but make sure it's understood on both sides because I think those lines get blurred very quickly.
Yeah. The type of black girlies, make sure y'all safe. Stay safe.
Stay safe, babe. Stay
Please.
safe.
Thank you.
Um, after this election,
Stay safe.
okay. Okay, this next one. Hi guys. My question is for Denasia. I saw you did Harvard SVMP. What was your experience? Do you recommend it? What's your advice for making my application stand out? I know I'm super early since applications went open for months, but I want to be prepared. For context, I'm graduating in spring 25. My GPA isn't the best, but I have high involvement on campus, leadership positions on and off campus, and will be a third year graduate.
Oh wow.
Period, girl.
Yeah, that's good. 3 years,
Yes.
right?
First of all, congratulations. Like you're already doing the damn thing.
Yeah.
For anyone that doesn't know and wants to know about this, Harvard SVMP is the Summer Venture and Management Program. And it's basically like a few day program where you're just kind of learning from different Harvard professors and people at Harvard Business School about like kind of doing like trial classes as if you were a student there, getting a business degree. And they explore like a bunch of different topics. It's a really cool, like basically 2 to 3 day conference experience. When I did it, I did like it, but I was also doing it in 2020. So it was COVID. So I feel like I really didn't get the full experience because usually it's in person. But I loved it. I thought it was very, very amazing. I met a lot of cool people too through it too, and a lot of people that went to it my cohort, like they connected afterwards and were like, let's stay in touch so we can see if you end up applying for Harvard Business School, like let's collaborate. Not collaborate on applications, but just like get to know each other. So yeah, I knew I wanted to get my MBA, so that's why I did it. And I loved it. I thought it was really amazing. And I feel like with application wise, I think I really just honed in on the DE&I aspect. I was like, I'm a Black girl from Las Vegas at this school. My school is very diverse. I'm doing everything diversity oriented on campus. I want to implement diversity into business. And that was literally the bread and butter of my application. Find out what your niche is and what makes you stand out and just focus on that wholeheartedly throughout your application. Don't mention everything that you do. Find 2 to 3 things that align with your tagline. Like, let's say you're like, my name is Amy and I'm in DE&I and sustainability, and these are my passions.
Yeah.
Find out what you've done in your classes or on campus involvements and align everything to that. I would
Yeah.
just say, like, tunnel vision it, because that really helped me. And even if your GPA isn't good, that's all right. Like, that's improvable, and you are not even graduated yet. So
That part. You got some time.
yeah, for sure. But DM me if you need to, and I can just like help you out with that because it's probably more of a specific thing for the essay too. Can y'all make Type A Black Girls merch? Well,
We've talked about this several times, actually. I don't know about it on the pod, but we were like, if we were to ever do that, all that stuff would either need to be in the Nature studio or my house to ship. So we would get all the sizes and then we ship them out. And we're like, that's a venture we want to do. Like I think we were talking about like makeup bags or like potentially bonnets or tote bags, to see, like, start small, not doing straight into sweatshirts, because the sweatshirt is $55 at this point to make
duh.
a profit. And you got to think, the girlies are busy. We were so busy we had to take a hiatus. That should tell you everything you need to know. So we're not going to say no, but we also aren't going to give you guys a specific date because we need to see what 2025 looks like and how much y'all show out for us on Patreon. Let's see how much y'all show out on Patreon. $3.
Yeah, let's start with Patreon first and work our way up to merch.
Yes.
But when we do it, just know we'll do it right,
That part.
and it won't be anything cheap
Mm-mm.
or something you feel like you're wasting your money on.
Yeah. Because that's the hope. We don't want that for y'all. We don't want it's inflation. We don't want the girlies to be wasting their money. Okay.
Right. Like, Trump's about to be president. We got bigger shit to worry about. Sorry. The whole election, bro. No, when I tell you the days after the election, I didn't even know how to process what was going on. It was a very heavy week.
Oh, it was so heavy. I did a silk press for Kamala. I dressed up as her. You could imagine my shock. When I woke, I felt something in my spirit because I was like, I don't know what these elections are looking a little bit too red. I'm gonna close the laptop. I'm gonna watch Boss Burgers because I'm gonna always go back to my Boss Burgers. I woke up and I just had a feeling, and I was like, just check the election Google results.
Why did everyone have a collective wake up at 3 a.m., check the results type of night?
Because you felt it.
Somebody on Twitter said the ancestors woke us up at 3 a.m. On God, they did.
They did, and I was just pissed off. And literally, I had a call with one of my white California friends, which, very democratic. And we're yappers. We looked at each other and just did different variations of sighing for 3 minutes straight.
Duh. Girl, right at 9 a.m. sharp that Wednesday after, I had a meeting. And she got on the call, talk about, good morning. Is it a good morning? I don't think it is. I just looked at her. I said, okay, so the agenda for today, because I'm not about to play these games with you.
No, I'm not happy. But come on.
And the next day when I went into the office, I don't think we've talked about this, but like this sense of like white people not being aware of spatial awareness, like they take up space and like let's say you're walking down the sidewalk, they expect you to move out the way. And it's not even something they consciously do. It's like they'll literally like you end up bumping into them before they move out the way.
Yeah.
The day after, I'm walking to work and there's a man coming into like oncoming foot traffic. And I'm like, why won't he go on the other side of the sidewalk? Regardless, he is just like other people are moving out the way for him. And I'm like, I'm not moving out the way for this man. He full on shoulder checks me. Like my bag falls off. That's how hard we hit each other.
Excuse me?
And I just looked at him in the eye. And he didn't say sorry. He stared me down. And I stared him down. And I was like, I could fight you right here in this street right now. I have rage.
Oh yeah. Oh, the rage?
Right after that, it felt like it was deeper than just him shoulder checking me. That's what it felt like. And the look in his eye was giving, I'm not backing down from this. And I looked at him in the eye like, I'm not backing down from this. So we just stared at each other. And other people were looking. I'm like, huh?
Oh yeah, I had to unfollow. Because at first I was like, I'm just not going to go on social media. But then I was like, I have to do a full clean out. Because I need to see what these people are posting. When I tell you, I feel like I put this on the actual pod, but I had babysat for a girl who was in our last apartment. So great, super cool, whatever. I should have known when she talking about, we babysat her talking about some, who are you guys voting for? Mind you, she's 9. I said, oh, who are you voting for? Mind you, she's 9. She's like, Trump.
Oh.
Mind you, she's like, are you guys voting for that other lady? Mind you, this little girl was a mixed little girl.
Oh,
The
baby.
other lady? Oh,
Oh.
that hurt me. And I should have known. And when I tell you, I have to put it on Patreon because I've been pissed. The mama voted for Trump and was talking about voting for Trump. As soon as that day passed and I saw that gif on the story, I unfollowed her so bad. I posted, if you voted for Trump, unfollow me, whatever. And she is like, so does that mean, I didn't even respond, because if 1 + 1 = 2 and you can read, that means unfollow me. When I tell you, she's kind of been doing some very inappropriate like messaging to Dammy.
Oh.
Just like, you're 30. You should know better to where, like, one, this is a guy, like, I'll get into it on Patreon, but just know she's done some very forgot to add this in my rose, but she what is it? Dammy got a Tesla, and period. Dammy's been wanting a Tesla since 2 years before we even started dating. Okay, so it's very full circle. It's this for the past 3 months. Everything has felt very full circle. She gonna swipe up talking about some. I'm surprised Faith lets you get that.
Oh, baby, no.
He's like, what are you talking about? She's like, well, she's so anti-Trump, and his best bud is Elon. This ain't got nothing to do with him. Dammy has wanted a Tesla since he literally was 18, 19. This does not have anything to do with that man.
Right.
Oh, I was hot. And literally, Dammy knew that I was going to get hot because he could just predict my emotions. He's like, Faith, please don't do anything. I said, thank you for telling me, because I was... That's not even the worst thing she's messaged him, but that will... If I ask I'm going to ask Dammy if he cool with me telling. If not, this won't be on Patreon, but just know she is just a little bit too comfortable.
I don't like that at all.
But yeah, and everybody's like, you guys, like, regardless of which side, no, there's no regardless in this election.
Not at all.
Regardless? No.
Girl, I did a Rico sweep of my phone.
Oh, quick too. Unfollow.
I said you gotta unfollow. I don't care if we've been friends since middle school. I don't care.
Oh, them middle school girls.
Oh, ooh, it's a plague.
Oh, yeah.
Lord, send the flood.
Yeah. Oh, I was pissed. That I was just so mad. I'm like, I done did this. I was so excited for a woman to look like me as a president.
In a high position, leading the country.
Like, I was planning on getting jewelry that she had. Like, I mean, I still plan on doing that, but yeah, it was hard. I don't think I'm still over it, but I was so pissed off. I think I cried a little bit too.
Yeah, the election took everything out of me, needless to say. I hope the girlies are holding up all right. I know it's been a month. Actually, I think it's been almost exactly a month since then, so.
Yeah. It's just been rough. But so I'm sorry to end the first episode back after months on a bad note, but
on a Trump note.
No, literally on a Trump note, but literally it was needed because we couldn't not be Type A Black girls and not talk about it, and
not talk about how heavy that week was, because there's probably a lot for everybody. So yeah, very disappointing.
Very disappointed, but expect consistency out of us. We got a lot of good things coming. The guests for next season. Oh my God,
we're so excited! Y'all are gonna eat it up.
You guys are good. Yeah, and we're getting into territories that we've never truly gotten to before. So
y'all will see. Let's just say a different, more free version of us in some of these episodes.
Yes, that's a good way to put it. But okay, you guys, love you guys so much, and we will see you guys next week.
Bye. See you next time.